Expect to see a lot of action inside tonight. Both of these teams have powerhouse front courts.
Yeah, Kevin, it could get very, very physical down low. You're right about that. It is size versus size. They're going to be fighting for position, fighting for every rebound, Kevin. It's kind of like an old school energy to this matchup.
Now the starting group for Orlando. The guard pair for him will be Suggs and Bane. Wagner is in the front court alongside Banchero. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. No good from Durant. Banchero looking around. Bane passes to Carter. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, and that's where Carter wants the ball. Foul line down.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Suggs against Thompson. And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam. Brought to you by AT&T. Here's Suggs. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Finished off by Carter.
Oh, Carter Jr. bringing the thunder.
Here's Thompson. Pass to Durant. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Banchero with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And Thompson sends it back. Smith on the way. He's defended by Wagner. Durant, no good. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. Coach and I talked about the ways that Paolo Banchero is used on offense and how his defense will respond. He said with Paolo, he can deploy in any area of the floor and be effective. Personally, I think he's the most dangerous at the elbows, but he can go to work anywhere. You have to know where he is at all times. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. And here's Thompson after the three-pointer from Desmond Bane. Durant, that's good.
This is Durant's competitive fire coming out to play. He couldn't let that last three go unanswered.
Now, here's Banchero. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Here's Şengün. He had 25 points last game. Suggs with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Suggs kicks to Banchero. Carter sets the pick for Banchero. There's the... Oh,
wow! What a dunk! Well, if you get that ball anywhere near the rim, Carter knows what to do with it.
Rockets trail by 6. And with the goal of improving offensively, Stan, the Magic have made some moves.
Well, this is a team that hasn't been inclined to make many trades in the past. But with the young star talent they possess comes the urgency to win now.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
That's good from Suggs on the assist from Banchero.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to specific matchups and style of play. Sometimes you have a difficulty with a team that shouldn't be on your level.
Here's Suggs after the made shot from KD. And that one's good. Suggs has got 5.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Banchero with the ball. Nothing on the board. To the middle. Here's Carter. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Orlando.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Here's KD after the made shot from Wendell Carter.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Outside, Bane. Banchero finds Bane. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And not settling for a jump shot. Bane right at the rim.
Rockets trail by 9. Pass to Okogie. Smith outside. Here's Thompson. Down it goes for his third basket in as many tries.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Bane. Takes a three. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Pass to Okogie. Durant deciding where to go with it. It's hauled in by the Magic. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And a lot of that was game plan, putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
And that was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
And here is Durant, coming off a solid outing against Portland. Şengün with the ball. Picked up by Suggs. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Although not the strongest, Şengün has a solid base and incredible footwork.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Tari Eason's checked in for Josh Okogie. And a switcher also for Orlando. Anthony Black's checked in for Jalen Suggs. And a few of the top guys, Coach, in this league have been on hot streaks, fueling early MVP conversations. I guess it's never too early to talk about the MVP, is it?
Yeah, that definitely builds excitement for the fans and sets the narrative for the rest of the season. But Kevin, it's still way too early to tell how it's going to shake out.
Rockets trail by 11. Thompson dishes to Smith. Durant in the corner. And then Durant with the dunk.
And the handles from Durant are downright filthy, using him to cut up the defense there with ease.
Carter with a screen on Smith. Banchero inside, covered by Smith. Rebound by Smith.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now, here's Thompson. He's coming off a 19-point game against Portland. Şengün, no good. Magic leading by 9. Now, Wagner. No good that time.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Bane with the steal. Banchero against Smith, and it's Banchero missing.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
The baseline J off the mark.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Black the pass to Banchero. Back to Black. Puts up a three. The Rockets pull it in. Fresh from a win against Portland.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, they played with outstanding energy, communicated well, and were very disruptive defensively.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. The Rockets with another miss. Magic leading by 9. Pass to Wagner. Back to Bain to stop the drought. Offensive rebound. And Carter with his second chance points.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Houston with a big group substitution here. Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. Shepard's checked in for Kevin Durant. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Thompson. And the Magic making a change here as well. De Silva's checked in. Magic on defense. They lead by 11. Pass to Shepard. To the inside. And Adams with the slam.
He threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. It's Black in the corner. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they've built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Here's Eason. Hasn't made one yet. Over in the corner, Shepard. Pass to Eason. Shot clock at 6. Here's Finney-Smith. Holiday inside the line. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 6 rebounds now in the game. An outstanding defensive big man, Wendell Carter, stands 6'10", and Stan, he has a 7'4" arm span.
Yeah, Kevin, I think his length really bothers people and is deceiving. When you're first looking at him, he looks like almost an undersized center, but in fact, with that wingspan, he's not. And he is so disciplined and fundamentally sound as a defender. He's one of the best in the league.
Here's De Silva. After the made shot from Wendell Carter. Carter with the screen. Bain, no good.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Pass to Shepard. 17 seconds left in the first quarter. The shot will not fall. Good work defensively by Carter. And that one drops.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's Wendell Carter making highlights, guys, for the Magic. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
Alperen Şengün out there with Adams. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Shepard. And it's Eason in at the 2-guard spot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. First free throw is good. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level, but you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
He doesn't get the second one.
Well, Reed Shepherd's shooting consistency and on-court smarts give him a strong foundation as a player. But adapting to the league is never easy. It takes time and a lot of work.
And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Darius Garland and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Friday, they'll face off against Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets.
And for the matchup with the Suns, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
The first one falls for him.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
He hits both from the stripe. And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future. And they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Magic are coming together. Paolo Banchero said, "This is a special group. We have something that you don't always see in professional sports. Guys really have each other's backs and look after one another. Not only are we close, but we're really talented and versatile as a team." Kevin, back to you.
A young, exciting team. Allie, we thank you very much. And so here is Houston. The Magic getting the bucket. Pass to Şengün. No good that time. Isaac with some nice D. Magic leading by 14. Outside, Bane. Isaac with a screen for Bane. Connects from three-point range. Bane's got 11 points.
Well, that's Bane's go-to zone. You can't let him have a look from there.
Screen by Şengün to end the run. And Şengün throws it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Pass to Bane. Isaac a screen on Eason. Bane, no good. Rockets trail by 15. Here's Finney-Smith. No scoring in this one. Stripped away. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Back to Black. Pass to Bitadze. Clock at 4. Eason against Bane. That shot off the mark. Eason passes to Shepherd. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Davison's checked in. And a change for the Magic. Suggs, he's checked in for Isaac. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Davison. Good on the three-point shot. Davison's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And I like how Shepherd keeps things simple. When he notices someone on his team is open, he is more than happy to move the ball.
Now, here's Suggs. A 14-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Only the 6th player ever from the country of Georgia, Batase is an inspiration, Coach.
He sure is, Kevin, and a hard-playing guy who can really defend and rebound, and he's an underrated offensive player. Great finisher around the rim. This guy can help almost anybody.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
Franz Wagner's checked in for Anthony Black. That one is no good. And this Magic team, Greg, hangs its hat on size, on switchability, and toughness.
Yeah, they contest everything and play with real discipline. For a young group, that is uncommon, and it's a big reason they've taken the lead.
So, Stan, when you look at how the Magic defend, can you remember a time when so many of the league's best defenses were all so young?
Well, Kevin, it's something we associate with more veteran teams, but the modern game is so demanding, it may be tilting toward these young legs.
No good on the free throw. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring? Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now, here's Wagner. He's coming off a 25-point game against Brooklyn.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
Here's Thompson after the basket by Franz Wagner. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jalen Suggs.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
Shoot 2 shots.
The first one falls. And GA, just when you think you've seen it all, last season a father and son playing as teammates, NBA history continues to be made with the Jameses.
Yeah, LeBron and Bronny James taking the court together. And if other players can emulate the longevity of LeBron, perhaps it won't be the last time we see it happen.
Now, here's Wagner. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Down low. And Batase throws it down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
On the wing, Thompson. Black defending, and Adams with the slam.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. We'll take a look at the Magic. They're sitting 8th right now in the early going.
And I think for the Magic, that big splash they were hoping for to start the season just never evolved. I mean, they're stuck there in the middle of the pack.
Well, there's plenty of games left. Sometimes it's that progress you make over the course of the season that makes you a factor come April.
Now, here's Bane. He's got 11. There's a good screen. Lock at 6. De Silva, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Textbook play call by Black, and the moment it opens something up, he's making the pass. Well done.
Outside, KD. Şengün with a wide open look. Off target from outside. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Back to Bain. Fires the 3. Thompson with the rebound.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Move. Şengün finds Eason. There's the 3. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Kevin Durant.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
It's Black in the corner. Inside. And Batazzi throws it down.
Talk about timing. That lead pass was right on cue.
KD with it. 13 points in the game. Thompson sets the pick for Durant. In the corner, Şengün with it. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Wagner kicks to Black. Outside, Bain. Magic moving the ball around. Orlando needs to get off a shot from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Amen Thompson.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Launches a 3. Good on that shot. And with that, the Magic lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Durant. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Checked in for the Rockets. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Wendell Carter.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Jones. Banchero outside to the paint and stolen by Şengün. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Smith.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Inside. And there's Wagner on the assist by Jones. Wagner's got 4 points this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Back to Thompson. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Now, here's Isaac. Isaac a screen on Eason. And Isaac throws it down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Rockets trail by 9. Thompson outside. And here is Şengün. 5 points in the game. KD's shot is off.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Isaac with a screen for Jones. Knocks down the 3 ball. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You can't give a shooter that kind of look on the perimeter. I don't care who it is.
Takes the 13-footer. Wagner against Eason. Pass to Şengün. Shot clock at 5. Here's Thompson. Rebounded by Isaac. Magic leading by 12. Black finds Wagner. Back to Black. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Black's got his second basket of the game.
Well, he can play inside with that 6'7" size. Black aggressive down low.
Thompson for 3. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists in the game.
and they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
That one good for 2.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Adams, he's checked in for the Rockets. Okogie comes in for Jari Eason. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Magic. Bain comes in for Anthony Black. Smith against Banchero. Pass to Durant. Thompson from long range. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Well, even though they're struggling, his solo efforts on offense have really been something.
Wagner on the wing. Defended by Durant. 6 to shoot. Pulls up on the elbow. It's rebounded by Houston. Adams has got 4 rebounds in this game. Durant soaring in for the deuce.
And taking the hit there, Durant, so hard to stop.
We've got 1:18 left to play here in the half. Outside, Bain. Screen by Jones. Bain, no good.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked off here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Now here's Durant. 18 points for him. And Houston again with the bucket.
Nothing to see here, folks. Just another tremendous scoring night from Durant.
Banchero is screen on Thompson. Banchero passes to Bain. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from outside. Bain's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Orlando.
He's going to force them to have to make adjustments. That's number 4 in terms of triples in the half.
Crosses over, and Thompson throws it down.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Now, here's Bain. He's tightly guarded. Ring shot on the way. No good on the shot. And so it's Orlando heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
And folks, as we welcome you a chance first to look around the league, we've seen some interesting scores tonight. In Boston, the Celtics with the win over the Clippers. That's 3 wins in their last 4.
Quality game, tremendous effort on both sides.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Orlando Magic.
One thing that stands out is the care factor. They're protecting the ball like it's a newborn. I love you, little baby.
Ah, nicely put, big fella. Suddenly, I see you running a daddy daycare. And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Here's Okogie. still without a basket. So on the floor for Orlando. Down low, it's Banchero and Carter. Running out on the wings, they'll have Bain and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the point guard position. Here's Thompson. Smith the pass to Okogie. Here's the three. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Bain. Banchero up top. It's rebounded by Houston. To stand in terms of emerging young stars, Banchero is very high on that list.
Well, he sure is, Kevin, because he can create shots for himself and his teammates. And as we've already seen in his early years, this guy is at his best in the playoffs, and that's a trait you're always looking for.
Wagner from long range. It's trailed by 5. Pass to Smith. Great defense that time from Banchero. Wagner outside. It's stolen by Smith. To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And they have really leaned on his free throw shooting at times this season. He's been there for them, too, with 88% from the line.
And he knocks down the first one.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter, incredibly skilled, all at nearly 7 feet tall.
And KD drops them both.
KD, one of the most prolific scorers in the NBA. The intrigue is how he does it with his stature.
Banchero kicks to Bain. Back to Banchero. Down low. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the dunk.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Here's KD. Gets the front of the rim and out.
Not a great start to this second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. That one drops for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Let's use this break in the action to show you the teams that in the last 10 games have been the NBA's best fast break teams. 5th on the list, the Magic.
I mean, no doubt for me that they've hit their stride the last few weeks. I mean, they are punishing the defenses with that up-tempo style.
Here's Wagner. Another miss by Orlando.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And now, Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Kevin, back to you.
Out of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. Now Durant. After the missed 3 from Desmond Bain. Looking to get it going. It's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Şengün with the screen for Durant. Şengün against Carter. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Şengün. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Wagner. Banchero, a screen on Smith. And that one's good. Wagner.
Something Wagner continues to work on. It's huge when he's connecting from outside.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Back to Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Wagner with it. He's picked up by KD. He was all alone on that one. Carter's got 21.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Thompson in the corner. Thompson is double. Pass to KD. Back to Thompson. Three-pointer. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Magic leading by 4. Now, here's Bane. Banchero. That's for 2. Can't nail the jumper.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
Thompson with the bucket. Orlando's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Tari Eason's checked in for Josh Okogie. Wagner outside. Carter with a screen on Eason. And then Carter with the jam.
Well, things are falling for Carter Jr. in this one, and he is a monolith on the floor when he's rolling like this.
Rockets trail by 4. Now Thompson. 24 points for him. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 8 here in the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Carter with a screen on Smith. And Carter with the basket on the assist from Banchero. Banchero's got 6 assists here tonight. Houston's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Bane against Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
Oh, the rangy athleticism of KD on display, stretching it out to throw that one down.
Here's Banchero. And finished off by Banchero.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Outside Durant. Smith outside. Pass to Durant. Şengün with a screen on Bane. And Şengün throws it down.
Great timing and a really good read there from Şengün. Spaces the floor and is rewarded.
Bane looking around. Count it, good. Bane's got 16.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Rockets trail by 4. And Thompson kicks to Şengün. And some nice passing there by Houston. Thompson outside. Şengün with the screen for Thompson. Just 5 on the clock. Driving to the basket. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
The Magic have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Suggs, screen on Durant. Pass to Banchero. Trains the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here's Durant. He's got 27. He gets that one. Durant's got 9 points in the quarter.
Just working his way inside there. Durant so good at just finding his shot all over the court.
And Wagner's got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. Wagner with a screen for Suggs. Banchero outside. And a miss there on the triple.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Thompson, a screen on Wagner. Outside Durant. Muscling it in, Kevin Durant.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Orlando's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Greg, you look at Alperen Şengün. He's one of the best combinations of force and finesse in the NBA.
And you wonder how he fell to the 16th pick in the 2021 draft. You saw the numbers he was putting up as a 19-year-old in Turkey. Pretty clear he should have gone higher.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. So for the Rockets, Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Smith. And Shepard subbed in for Thompson. Here's Adams. 6 points for him. Finney-Smith passes to KD. A step-back shot here. Jump shot is good that time. KD's got 33.
And the defense has to be aware of KD at all times, especially when he's hovering around that mid-range.
Pass to De Silva. 5 to shoot. Payne, no good.
Well, he had a great first half from three-point range, but hasn't quite gotten his touchback since the break.
Shepard, the pass to Adams, and Adams with the slam.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Yeah, there is no quit in this team. Making up for that slow start with great composure and determination.
Here's Banchero. Yep, it counts. Banchero's got 13.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Durant against Payne. KD passes to Shepard. The shot. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Banchero, and he uses the glass on the layup. Banchero's got 11 points in the quarter.
And great work inside. This is where Banchero feasts.
Here's Shepard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Shepard's got the lead up to 1 now for Houston. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
43 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to De Silva. Now, here's Banchero. Finney Smith defending. Shoots a fader. Another miss by Banchero.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
16 seconds left to play here in the third. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Bitadze. Bitadze's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Rockets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. We've got more in store for you right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
3/10 quarters behind us and more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Tari Eason. Adams is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Shepard in at the point. It's the 5 for Houston right now. Left side Suggs over Shepard. And it's Suggs missing. The Rockets leading. Eason passes to Shepard. To the inside. Adams drawing the double team. Here's Suggs. Here's Black. Pass to Wagner. From down in the low post, it goes. Wagner's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Magic. Here's Finney-Smith. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got assist number 5 here tonight. Now, here's Suggs. Pass to Bitadze. Launches it. Good on the triple. And the Magic lead by 1.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Adams, the pass to Shepard. Houston needs to get a shot. Şengün, no good. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Well, Suggs has gained confidence as a scorer. He doesn't mind getting hit inside like that.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
A free throw drops for Suggs.
Well, each year, Suggs comes on a little stronger, and he has really improved his efficiency.
Both good from the line that time.
You really don't even have to watch him at the line. Just listen for the net.
Shepard with the ball. Steps back and fires. Tries again, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
And the Rockets making a change here. Durant's checked in.
First team foul. At the line for Houston, Alperen Şengün. At the line.
Free throw, no good for Şengün.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
Here's Wagner, and finished off by Wagner.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Outside Durant. Pass to Shepard. Beyond the arc. The Rockets with another miss. Orlando leading by 3. And here's Wagner. Here's Black. Batadze, a screen on Şengün. The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Magic lead by 5.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And here's KD for 3. Hands it from downtown. Durant's got 16 points here in the second half.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from range.
Outside, Suggs. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Shepard, the pass to KD. To take the lead, and there's Shepard on the assist by Durant. Durant's got 5 assists tonight.
This is what had scouts eyeing Shepard early on, his ability to shoot with range.
Now, Wagner. Down low. Batadze the pass to Black. It's stolen by Shepard. Outside Durant. Pass to Adams. Outside for Durant. No one near Shepard as he lets it go. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Wagner outside. Pass to Black. 4 on the shot clock. Screen by Batadze. Black, no good. And here's Houston. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Eason, a screen on Suggs. Now Eason. Here's Şengün. Durant inside. That one goes. Count it. KD's got 38 points.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
De Silva, no good.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
The Magic trail by 8. Suggs kicks to Wagner. Batadze, a screen on Eason. Here's Wagner with the 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Well, with the agility and the skill, Franz Wagner is hard to defend without fouling.
3 shots.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. Well, at 6'10", GA, Franz Wagner provides great versatility to this offense.
Yeah, and he's a solid decision maker, capable of running the show. He's a gifted scorer and playmaker. Plus, he provides matchup problems with that size.
Smith checked in for the Rockets. Thompson comes in for Shepard.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points.
Well, look, I really appreciate how Franz Wagner does a little of everything. Along with plenty of scoring, he's a multi-dimensional player.
It's Thompson off the drive. It's hauled in by the Magic. Banchero kicks to Jones. Back to Banchero. Sinks the triple.
And this is the type of go-to scorer this team wants Banchero to be. They love his confidence.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Well, that one stings. In a game where every possession counts, he just gave one away.
Okogie's checked in for the Rockets. Jalen Suggs is checked in for the Magic. The Magic trailed by 3. Now, here's Banchero. In the corner, it's Bane. Banchero with the screen. Bane, no good. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Here's Smith. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, he's got the green light in that situation. They want him taking that shot, even if he didn't get it to go.
Banchero passes to Bane. Banchero outside. Over Smith. The Magic again can't hit. Now the Rockets with it. They're on a 13-5 run here. Thompson passes to Okogie. And here is Şengün. No good on the triple. Banchero with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Banchero kicks to Suggs. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist.
3 points.
Banchero's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Smith outside. Wagner against KD. Pass to Thompson. Here's Okogie. Over Bane. Okogie misses.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
To take the lead, and it's Carter missing. For Houston, they've gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. KD on the wing. He's defended by Wagner. Şengün. Here's Okogie. There's the shot. And the excellent defensive pressure does the job. Banchero, pocket pass to the paint, and he punches it home.
Paolo Banchero living up to those lofty expectations. A great young player.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle. Coach telling their team, this is a tight one. We need full effort defensively, 1 or 2 stops, and we will win this game. A coach preaching defense, a familiar tune.
Okay, Ellie, thank you. Rockets have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th, right around 46-47%. Thompson. Whoa, man!
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Orlando.
Orlando's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Banchero against Smith. 12-footer gets it.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
Smith with a screen on Wagner. Outside, Smith. Knocks down the 3.
And this is a statement bucket. If you weren't excited about Smith already, how about now?
Now, Banchero. 1:35 left to play in the final quarter. Oh, it's Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy, both sides have...
Durant throwing down a sledgehammer.
But when you need a bucket, he's your guy.
And so it's Suggs who brings up the ball for Orlando. Now Carter puts it right back up and in.
Well, those are huge points. Carter Jr. steady as they come.
Falls for Carter.
A great job to get the bucket and to get to the line. When the game's on the line, you want your guys attacking like he did there.
He on the arc. And it doesn't go. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Banchero against Durant. Banchero inside. No good on the layup. Smith cleared away by Wagner. And it's the Magic with the ball. A 2-point game. Carter. Kingoon with the rebound. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
That's in there.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Suggs with the ball. Now Banchero.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. What do you think we're going to see here?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in tight, and take my chances in overtime.
A deep three. And so the big win by Orlando in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
Let's send it over to Allie LaForce. She's standing by with our player of the game.
Guys, thank you. Wendell, you were dialed in offensively. What was it that had you going?
My teammates just been finding me in my right spots, practicing my shots, taking my open shots, and, just being confident.
Thanks, Wendell.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Wendell Carter.